Hi, chat. Welcome in. Hi, I'm Chef Jay Tay. Happy to see all of you back. Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? Hi, Will. Welcome in, Muskeg. Hello, So Fluff. Welcome in, Mimic. First one in here. In here so long ago, I had to look at the event list to remind myself. Hi, Soph. Alright. Coffee time. Relaxation time. It's been a run around everywhere day today. And then at the last moment, realized I hadn't bought apples. And so, 3 o'clock I went out and bought apples. Why am I going in the fridge? I don't need anything in the fridge for making coffee. Yes, apples and not peaches. Although peaches are most certainly well loved in the state of Georgia, we're not actually going to be doing peaches tonight. And that's even after I build this as just being peachy for like the last week. Apparently they like apples too. And the onion dip is probably going to be the most exciting one of all of them, and everyone who reads that menu, it's probably the one they're most likely to just completely skip over unless they know Georgia. Grits were another strong contender for tonight. I just couldn't really work it in there with this whole setup. Fried chicken's another one that was strong consideration too. I mean, everyone thinks Kentucky, but it's... I'm not saying numbers right now. Nice, Soph. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I guess history and culture. If it wasn't for history and culture, I think that grits probably would have been just completely written off to history for polenta. But I'm not saying they're exactly the same thing, but they're pretty much exactly the same. What do you think, chat? Am I wildly off base with that? Do we have grits lovers who are taking offense to my comparison to polenta? I don't have good sources of crawfish here. I've done crawfish a couple of times here. Mostly what I can find are the Chinese frozen, which is not... The Louisiana ones are so much better. I guess I could direct mail order it, but it probably costs a fortune. Going back to crawfish, I've been to a couple boils. New recharged batteries. Hello, Splits. I didn't give everyone a close-up. Sorry. I appreciate all you hanging out with me tonight. Cheers. I forgot something else, chat. I don't have anything to replace it with either. This is rather embarrassing. I don't have any pimento. I looked for it in one place of the store, and I was like, oh yeah, it's probably over at the other space. And then never checked the other place. It was on the list and everything. No, not to they never find my place if I were to use them. Oh. I don't know what to do about this, chat. I was mildly tempted by that splits. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't have those gearbox, man. Huh. The problem is, does it work? Let's start by going purely on... Oh, that's gonna... No, that's gonna cost me a fortune. I don't even know where... If my local Safeway even keeps just regular pimentos. Huh. What do we say, chat? Do we do a vote that I just stop the stream, go run and grab them and restart it? Because I can't do the mobile data thing. Yeah. Someone forgot, even though it was on the list and looked for it, there's a lack of pimento in this house right now. Alright, I guess we'll go to an AFK. We've had enough people there in chat that I'm yeah, we'll do an AFK with the old school commercials rather than the infomercial, which means I have to switch. Alright, I will be back when I get back. It'll be nice and drinkable at that point. It's gonna be like maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes with traffic. It won't be that long. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, I should probably take this off before I... Okay, I'll be back.
Well, no wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are 2-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors. And doeskin dinner napkins are big. They cover your whole lap, and they stay put. What's more, they last throughout the meal, and they leave no lint.
But they are nice. And they would save my linen.
They save you money, too. Doeskin dinner napkins cost only 49 cents for 5 dozen. That's a fraction of a penny apiece.
All right, Dottie.
You'll find doeskin dinner napkins, doeskin facial tissues, and other doeskin products at your favorite grocery, supermarket, department store, or drugstore. Look for the brown dispenser box.
Doeskin.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
Now, at your favorite grocery store, the most amazing food wrap ever developed, Saran Wrap.
Have you tried Saran Wrap? It really is amazing. Saran Wrap is crystal clear plastic. It keeps everything you wrap in plain sight. And look, Saran Wrap clings like magic. It makes a neat package of anything you wrap, without strings or tape or rubber bands. Food stay fresh far longer and tastes better, too, because the flavor is locked in. Now you can prepare sandwiches for picnics and lunch boxes ahead of time and be sure they'll stay fresh and tasty. You see, Saran Wrap is a wonderful time saver as well as a food saver. Prove it in your own kitchen. Buy a roll of Saran Wrap today and you won't be without it again.
Get Saran Wrap at your grocer's. Saran Wrap is a product of the Dow Chemical Company.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
You are now looking at a slice of bread being spread with creamy-style Skippy peanut butter, as only Mary Ellen can spread it there. All right, now, as you look at that, don't want you to leave me, because I want to show you something, believe it or not, that a lot of people like even better. Suppose we were to take some fresh roasted peanuts here, and like Mary Ellen has been doing all evening, and putting them in a nut chopper here. Give a couple more little chugs, will you, please? Mm-hmm. I think that'll do it. That's fine. Now you find in there some just tiny little golden nuggets of roasted peanuts, and they are colossal. Now, I want to try something here. Suppose we were to take these, now let me try an experiment, do you mind, honey? And we'd sprinkle them over the creamy-style Skippy. Say, how is that, huh?
Ooh, that looks good.
It does look good. All I did that for was to tell you that you can get that and enjoy it anytime you want. You won't have to go through any chopping process either, because the Skippy people do that for you in chunk style. That's done for you up in the factory. Now, chunk style, you see, has sprinkled all through it very generously through the entire jar those golden little nuggets that you saw there, just about like that. So that's already done for you there. Now, of course, either style, whether it's cream or chunky, if you get Skippy, you are getting the peanut butter that stays fresh right down to the last spoonful in the jar. And so I make it very simple again. I want you to know that this is an honest fact.
If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Say, do you remember this old milk glass setting hen? Well, you know, milk glass was an early American favorite. And when the folks in the old days wanted something really delightful, they'd take one of their milk glass goblets and pour some very fine wine right into it. Well, now, you know, it's Welch's wine that is keeping this wonderful tradition alive. A real wine for folks who really want the best. Yes, today's answer to this age-old family tradition is Welch's family wine, the answer to warm hospitality and really gracious living, and the wine that so many Americans enjoy these wintry days. You know, there is very good reason for this ever-increasing popularity of Welch's wine. Now, you folks know that all sweet Concord kosher wines are made from grape juice. And everybody knows who has been making the very finest grape juice for the past 85 years. Welch's, of course. And that's the only kosher wine made from Welch's grape juice is naturally Welch's kosher wine. Now, when you want the best in grape juice, you buy Welch's. So, doesn't it make sense then, if you want the best and most delicious kosher wine, you insist on Welch's family wine? You get several bottles tomorrow. Try the half-gallon size. You enjoy the wine of all occasions. That's right, when it comes to wine, you'll do well to insist on Welch's.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment right. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container. And for full flavor,
Make it right.
and here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment bright. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee. Make it often. Make it right. Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy, better buy, better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy, better buy, better buy Bird's Eye.
Something new has been added. The General Electric portable mixer now has a drink mixer for delicious shakes and juice drinks in quicker than a shake. An extra attachment at no extra cost. This GE portable mixer weighs less than 3 pounds, yet it's powerful enough to blend the heaviest batter. Also mixes sauces at the range. It has low speed for cookie dough, medium speed for beating frostings, and high speed for whipping egg whites. And look, this handy push button releases the beaters at a touch. And no dangling cord. You can remove the cord so it stores neatly on the wall. Comes in 4 decorator colors. See it at your GE dealers. Does any mixing job anywhere.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself. ahead. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars. And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends, Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles.
I'm back. Like I said, 10-20 minutes. And we have pimentos. And I can take a coffee break and drink and wash my hands. Yeah, I've never been a fan of typing on screens. Not a big touchscreen fan. Of course, that all, fits in the Zennial, I sent a face palm from on the way. Not while I was driving. Alright, where do we start with things now that I actually have pimentos? Okay. I actually think I'm going to start with the sandwich. I don't know, we should actually start with the dessert. Let's do dessert first. We gotta get that dough started so it can rest a bit. So do I, Will. So do I. I wish I had a situation where I could put this one out to pasture doing some delegated task because it was relatively cheap and find a new one for the coffee. I don't really have room for 2 scales. I have 2 scales as it is. Don't have room for 3 scales. And I'm back. Alright, this is going to be a sweet dough, so might as well add some sugar in here too. Probably going to need flour later when I roll it out, but we'll get it out of the way for now. Throw it in the oven at 500 degrees on a dare. No. No. Not because I'm worried about the scale at all either. It's because it's not my oven. I had a great clip with the KitchenAid exploding with dry ice like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something. And it still doesn't. Cold water. We need cold water. Salt. Oh, we got salted butter in there. Okay, so we got dough that I'm going to throw in the fridge. I don't know why I care about the stickers. I'm peeling them. But I do for some reason. Wow. That thing is pretty dull. This isn't sharpening it, by the way, but might help in the short term. Which it did, but it's still not sharp. Will you stop with that earbud? My earbud keeps switching between gain mode and gain mode off. Hopefully it does not come across on your audio. I do think that it pauses the music, though. For no good reason. Anyone want some arsenic? My understanding is that you have to eat, like, basically your body weight in apple seeds in order to have that be an issue. Its concentration of arsenic is apparently not very high. Just cleaning this out because it had a bunch of oil splatter in it. Well, would be interesting to go with key lime instead of lemon. Why you want to be difficult? Just work with me. Ginger. Vanilla sugar. Which was a gift. And are you open? You're not even open. Do I have an open cinnamon still? I'm going with no on that. Hey, Splodes. Little salt. Bot is still doing that, huh? What's it? Is it giving me errors now? Give me a moment, chat. I still need to set that. All sorts of fun breaks here tonight, huh, chat? Oh, camera. Camera, oh, camera. What are you doing? Now that I'm done washing my hands, I can come retrieve the camera. Finish up our apple. Well, the bot was having a much more serious problem than just not answering the dot now exclamation mark now, which is why that prompted me going back there. I didn't dive into it. I just told the LLM to figure it out, but something's locking my database up that isn't normally doing that. Let me go check that it isn't erasing my database. Now, what I'm doing right now might fix it, but I doubt it's going to fix it. Because it looks like, despite my trying to fix it, erroring out and thinking that stream hasn't started yet, it's still erroring out and thinking stream hasn't started yet. As far as that summary. Alright, I'm gonna add some more key lime juice. More plain white sugar. I need a new sugar shaker container. That one started off with a nice lid that sort of like snapped and kept open. It doesn't snap and keep open anymore. Let me see. Oh, it's still evaluating. And then we're going to add some cold water to you, too. We're going to cook these up a bit on a low flame. Wish I had a to be sharpened list. The reality is I probably should just go through and hit up all my knives here. Again, not sharpening, but honing does help. Chat, I'm old enough and my doctor's sending me presents for my birthday that I don't want. Cornstarch, not sugar. We already got sugar in there. There we go. Cut the heat on that and just let that hang out. Hopefully I've thickened the liquid up nicely there along with the apples. Is that one onion or two? I think that was just one onion, wasn't it? Yeah. I think that's going to be enough onion for our dip tonight. I was like buying a sack of onions figuring, yeah, it's probably going to be 2, 3 onion. No. I think we're going to get by one with one. Let's see if it's given up and failed. Sort of. No onion tears here. Those are pretty fresh onions. At least compared to the other yellow onions from the warehouse store. These are cured, but they're not like 3, 4, 5 layers deep cured. My hands be slippery. That looks like a good amount of pimento to put in there. I somehow feel like I should have done a little bit less, but we're just going all the way with the pimentos tonight. I maybe should have drained those too, but still going with it. Come on, open. That's what I want to use for this. Hey, Bino. Am I seeing that name right? Yeah, okay. It's just so dark on that screen, I can't read it. I'm so old, my eyes are failing me. So we got sour cream. In there too. Well, I guess, there is an opening to be filled now that Chuck Norris has faked his death. So I guess someone has to make that sacrifice. I can make that sacrifice. I take non-response as agreement. Okay, let's just get rid of this lid. Get off of there, plastic. Last of my onion powder in that container. MSG. Black pepper. Oops. That was the microphone. Maybe that was loud for chat. Hope not. Pinch of salt. Don't need too much because there's already all sorts of other salts in there. So we got our mayo, our cream cheese, onion powder, salt, black powder, garlic powder, cayenne. We can do those next. Garlic powder. That's paprika. Cayenne. And just going to start getting that cream cheese mixed up in here. But we're certainly not done with this. We do have the majority of our spices and everything else in here, but we got to add cheese. There's not enough dairy in this bowl yet. Sharp cheddar. It's not the dull cheddar. It's the sharp cheddar. This is the smart stuff. Hi, Dragon. Everyone having a good Memorial Day weekend? That looks about right. Yeah, that's another one that software developers have messed up over the years. Like, the gold edition of things, like the video cards, it's sort of like, we're done with this. Like, it's like the, we've done what we're gonna do here with this. Wait for next version if you're still interested. Or you missed it. Wait for the next version. Or spend a ton of money for the gold version. For the collectors. And now it's like not that anymore. Now, I know this is full of pimentos, but I'm still looking at this recipe. I'm looking what's in this bowl, and I'm like, this sandwich needs a pickle. What am I forgetting here? Yeah, that's not what I'm making. Oh well. I'm just gonna wing it as far as this, I guess. Oh hey, I already have that out here. Yeah. I'm just gonna be grating cheese until we get back from the ad break. We got Gruyere to go with our sharp cheddar. Punctual cheddar. Coffee break. How's everyone's Sunday going? I know I sort of asked this earlier and I didn't really read chat earlier. Your weekend was a weekend. Had kid's birthday party to attend yesterday. Oh, that's a rough one. Yeah. Hopefully they're doing better now. I don't know why I grabbed 2 jars. Like, that's gonna be enough for tonight. Let's put these cheeses away. Do I even have any? Of course I have them. I always have them. I think I'm modifying this dip a little bit. Adding a little jalapeno in there. Just a little kick in there with all the rest of that. Though it doesn't seem to be a very standardized recipe what I am achieving tonight with the onions. Oh well. Putting the Gruyere on top of the onion dip. Onion dip's getting baked, by the way. Am I cooking with my phone in my pocket again? I am. Let's see what you've done back here, bot. Or... oh, let's see here. Sigh. It's still trying to lock my database up even though my database is not lockable. Arrgh. This song reminds me to look outside at the birds. I'm not sure why, because it more sounds like glasses clanking and all that sort of thing, but yeah. Oh, I forgot something. One last thing we need to mix in there. Gotta have the cellulose to regulate the moisture in our dip. a little paprika over the top. And that is going over on the stove to hang out until we're ready to put it in the oven. This is going to go into the fridge to hang out, make friends, and await being added to white bread. How we looking, apples? We ready to be turned into pies? Anyone out there with Google abilities? Where was mayonnaise invented? Or where does it originate? Because I'm sort of seeing the recipes tonight, and they're like all with mayo. By the way, my alternative to fried apple pies for dessert tonight was going to be cherry cola cake. So that's what you're all missing out on, because I chose to do fried apple pies. From Spain, huh? Actually, thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. It's a source of a lot of oil, and mayo is a way of essentially extending eggs. Just by chance. Oh, lovely. The bots messaged Discord twice. Okay, I think next up on our task list, cooking some eggs. I'm hoping this one in the center isn't a complete mess. Yep, it's a complete mess. Bye-bye. Got it home and looked in the center. That one egg in the center there has got a black hole in the center of it. I discovered a black hole? No. I just realized that I was talking about the... Yeah, okay, yeah. I discovered a black hole on the bottom of the egg. cold water to cover. Yeah, maybe we'll do it this way tonight. We'll start off by getting boiling water first. I have no idea if these eggs are any good. It's the first time I've tried buying them, but they were just so cheap. Now I see why, because I have a second egg that's broken here. Ugh. Yeah. I hate that. Like, if I knew it just broke, I would keep it and just do something with it, but I have no idea if I just discovered it now and it was cracked for hours, days. Even still, questionably cheaper option for eggs. Like, was it 16 eggs? $16 eggs for $7 in today's prices? And heirloom green, blue, fancy eggs that they supposedly say have more omegas to them, that I sort of doubt it. Hey, Melvin. I think it's mostly just breed of chicken and feed. Oh, about to go to an ad break. We have our onion dip ready to go into the oven and get bruleed. We've got our filling for our apple pies done. We're waiting on water to come to a boil for our deviled eggs. I have the pimento sandwich filling in the fridge, chilling, ready to go. We are looking good. I'm going to be starting in on potatoes here when we get back from the break. That was a full glass before. What am I going to do with all these other sweet onions? I mean, the 2 onions that I have over there that aren't... I think those are white sweet onions, too. I just wanted to have the actual Vidalias tonight for the Georgian ones. And even though I assume because this is a nationally distributed farm, that the Georgians actually dislike it locally, but at least it is an actual Georgian farm. State of Georgia. Nothing wrong with the country of Georgia, it's just not our focus tonight. No, if we were doing Georgian cuisine from the country, we'd probably be doing that bread with the soft cheese and an egg in the center. with the sort of like pointed ends to it. I did that before. Probably not authentically, but... Boil it already. No. Maybe some saffron, though. I'm eating an apple. Too much tart from the lime. Needs more sugar. No, what do they say? I know what they say about apples? No, I don't. Oh. Huh. Oh, hey, we're at a boil. We can add our eggs in now. Two of them immediately cracked. Okay. I think it's time to get going with our tater. Here's hoping I didn't pick out a dud tater. I'm going to give a chop to the end here, though. Way too thick. Can reuse this bowl. I just realized what the joke was there, Will. Wow, that took me ages. But then again, I don't think I've heard that joke since, like, grade school. I'm not holding my tongue. Was captions holding my tongue for me? Captions. Ooh. Oh well. We still got plenty of chips here. We got any more bad spots on you? Why so many bad spots? I need more water. I'm out of hydration water. You know, chat, I don't think that hydrate... I think hydrate is a unitasker term. I think we should start a trend of getting streamers to move on to doing moisturize. Because not only does that include the ability to do this, like this is moisturizing. But then not enough people do proper skincare. Time to pour the hot water off of our eggs. Let's let them chill in cold water for a moment before I try and get into any of those. Those might be a couple of rough eggs there. Two of those at least two of those heavily cracked. We have 2 cracked and 2 solid. 2 have not lost integrity. I guess we'll work on apple pies. We need to get... Or rather, I need to get some frying set up. We're going to use that. We're going to use... I think we're going to use you. You are nice and big and safe and... Hopefully you're having a good Sunday main event. Celebrating Georgia tonight. We got any Georgians in chat? I didn't ask that earlier. Okay, it's dough time. And since I like my doughs flaky, that requires layers. The bakery. There's only two things that I think of that I like being flaky. Doughs and fish. Hey, Splodes. I am currently rolling out dough to make some fried apple pies. Yeah, well, in general, I don't mind flaky fish, but in certain cases, people would see it as overcooked. I'm not as much of a fish fanatic to be like, oh, it needs to be, well, salmon, a little bit more, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I need my sole medium rare. I think this is a good time. Cut you in half. Alright, so we'll add some of our apple filling over here. Is this still... okay. It's still yummy. But it's not very hot, so I'm not too concerned about the temperature here. Do about half of it. Oops. That was a little loud. And unintended. into the freezer. So hard telling my left from my right when it's flipped up there and confusing me and all that. It's really obvious anytime I try to point to anything on stream. Up, down, left, right. It's over there. I think I'm at least used to the whole monitor in the ear thing now. So there's at least that. This water's still a little warmer than I want it to be. Let's give this a third rinse. Well, let's see if these eggs peel. They're basically brand new, so I expect them to be rather difficult. If you're unfamiliar, old eggs peel easier. That cleaned up pretty nice. No. Hi, Nan Reader. Now we go to the messy ones. Those were the two nicely ones that didn't squirt out of the shell as I cooked them. Now we get to the ones that tried to break free. The libertarian eggs. Do eggs need a political party? No. But I'm assigning one to these two tonight. Because they're seeking their freedom. Their liberty. This one's gonna crack in half. Is the egg actually cut and broken in half already? It doesn't look it, actually. The shell cracked pretty evenly all around the same point, so it made me worry that the egg itself was cracked. Yep. Green-blue eggshells. Trying out warehouse eggs. I was talking about it earlier, and they boiled up fine, but that gives me the impression that they were old to begin with. Oh, we went to an ad. I missed the alert. Now that I'm thinking about it, I heard it. I just didn't. It just didn't register. Oh, hey, we got some sort of a description here. Not very good, though. Not very good at all. Let's see, is this bot doing any better now? Not getting errors in the logs now. It's I'm not trying to lock up my It did alert chat once again in Discord that I'm streaming. As though we needed 3 of those tonight. Alright, so now we gotta cut these. Actually still a little under. Move the yolks. Hopefully without completely tearing the white. You okay over there, Sink? Let's see if you help this process. Oh, I guess you wanted to be a problem too. Start heating our frying oil. Man, that vanilla sugar I used in the apple pie tonight, that's got some strong vanilla flavor to it. I feel like I need a radish or something in the center. Alright, I'm going to do a little garlic. Little smoked paprika. More for the garnish at the end. And a bit of cayenne. You can do all sorts of stuff with this as far as flavor. I've seen maple and bacon. I've seen pesto. I've seen herbalicious. Lots of different options for what you can do to make these. I'm debating right now if I want to do a pastry bag or not. I haven't done a great job of sifting the, I haven't put this through a strainer to make sure it's perfectly smooth, and it's not. So I think I am going to skip that and just do spoonage. Wet finger helps a lot with this sort of thing. Smoked paprika. There we have our deviled eggs for tonight. That was salty. But I have a feeling those are nowhere near as salty as what I had in the bowl. Grab a photo of these by themselves to start here. Oh, I didn't realize that this was still open. Oops. Chip frying time. Now I'm just trying to separate them all out. Make sure we don't have a bunch of chips sticking to each other, even though, for the most part, the oil will sort that out for us. You can get a little stickage if you aren't paying attention, but And we need a new place for you to go. How about there? With some of this. Some of this. Oven started for our dip. Do I put sweet onion on the pimento sandwich? I don't think it's a traditional thing. There was a little bit of onion flavoring in the pimento cheese thing, and I think that's basically the extent of what's going to go in there. Lots of 4 letters tonight. You had beef earlier, and now we got pico. Scramble's being nice to chat tonight. Really, that's in there? It wasn't caramelization? Relatively certain caramelization's in there. Well, you do know that businesses cannibalize each other's and restaurants is another one of those things. It's so weird where in certain cases competing restaurants are buddy-buddy, and in other cases, they're just complete cutthroat. It is so strange, because the mentality should be that, hey, majority of people in your maybe you have a couple every night regulars. Majority of people coming in your restaurant are not going to be there every night. They're going to go eat somewhere else on other nights. And so there is a sort of like camaraderie among local restaurants in that sense. But at other times it absolutely is not. Tempted to eat one of these already, but I want to wait for the rest of dinner, get the whole photo together. I don't know if that came across on camera or not. I wasn't pointing it at the camera on purpose. But we're 280-ish. We need About another 100 degrees. 350, 375 for tater chips. Weekly growth of 79. That means there was 79 new people in here in the last week, whether they said anything or not. That's how many hours of viewage I've had. Seem to have the same number of loyal viewers as I do subscribers, or in rough ballpark. It's actually sort of strange that I've noticed that since doing the bot, I haven't really talked about this, but I think over half of my viewership is viewing in ways that like are not being really well recorded. In that they're either viewing not signed in, they're viewing incognito mode, they're viewing on some device that they're not logged in. I chalk that up to a lot of people watching me that don't want me to know they're watching me. Mom or other relatives, which I don't know, or other streamers. It's sort of weird as a streamer going into other chats. I try to primarily just use my main username whenever I go into chats. But I mean, I obviously have the bot, I have a test account, I have cutting glass, you know? So, but I can see that where other streamers, if they're watching other streams, they don't really want the, oh, if someone was watching me mentality of that streamer. They don't want that, you don't really want that person changing what they're saying to talk to them. Or, hi, Cat. I appreciate lurkers. I'm not talking about this as having any problem with lurkers. I like my lurkers. And so I can understand that, and I can also, it also sort of irks me in times that I had put Chef in my name for my username. Even though I use Chef Jay Tay and have been using Chef Jay Tay for decades, all over the place. You go in and you know, Chef is chief or boss in other languages, and I ain't trying to be that guy. I'm just trying to say I'm cooking on stream. There's certainly that, but there's also, like, just not wanting to Like, I'll go into chats and just saying hi, and they're like, well, go watch Chef Jay Tay and watch his streams. He does a great job cooking. You should all follow him. And I hi? It's sometimes you don't really want all that. I getting there. 330, 340. I actually get a fair number of people reading my name as Chief Jay Tay on initial read, you know, just streaming. They're not really, they're skimming. And they're like, yeah. We ready for this to pop and fizzle? Let's give it a couple more degrees. Closer to 375 than 50. Alright, going in with our first set of chips here. It's our oven at 350. Dip is in the oven. And we're now bubble free, so we're pulling these out. Fine salt over the top of our chips. Give any of them a flip if you think any of them are holding oil or anything. Check our temps. Make sure we're not getting out of hand or we're keeping our temp. We did lose a little temperature there. Nice. Chips turning out nice. Nice chips. Thin, so they're browning nicely and in fresh new oil. Though technically the fresh oil is supposed to make it harder to get them to brown, because there's no particulate in there to help us start it off. And beat you until you get apart. Until you separate. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Cook. You can get the rest of you out. Fine salts over the new chips after making sure we don't get any grease puddles. Last set of chips. How we doing on temp? You rushing? Yeah, let's give that a moment. Okay, I think we're good for this last batch. It's a little smaller than the first two. heat off on the oil. Leave that in there to help cool it down. We got chips. Like, that looks like some grade A chip material there. Crispy, but so thin that it's almost dissolving at the same time. Like, this quality stuff here. Okay, so we got our eggs done. We've got our chips fried. The question is, do we do sandwiches or we do pies first? I think we do pies first. Let's turn the heat back on over here, because I forgot I needed this still. We have our pies ready for frying. I think this is probably a prime powdered sugar use project. I do have powdered sugar in there. Prepped ahead of time, that's good. Okay, all ready to go. Didn't lose much heat there. Going in with our first of our fried apple pies. Just want to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. It's considerably quieter when it's at the bottom. My earbud's dying, I have to swap it out. There we go. And since I cooked the apples earlier, they were slightly under, but more than acceptable for inside of a pie, I think. So primarily just cooking this to get that dough cooked and looking pretty. It's, I think we're having more of a problem with the dough getting golden with the new oil than we did with the chips. I think this is where I'm going to call this one. Number 2. First one's looking pretty damn good. Stealing potato chips. Okay, we got our apple pies. Those are looking amazing. Let's make ourselves a sandwich. let's take another look at this. Now I'm going to start making bread. Just kidding. Imagine we don't want to go weak on this, considering it's basically the only thing in the sandwich. I got enough for one more. Yeah, let's just use a normal knife. I have a feeling a proper bread knife is just going to shred this soft white bread. I turned the oven up to broil for the last 5 minutes because I felt it was probably pretty well cooked through. The onion dip, that is. I felt the onion dip was probably pretty well cooked through and was likely softened up. It was nice and bubbly, but it wasn't browning at all. So man, the golf course has to have like a slicer machine that's just looking like disgusting by the time they're done slicing all these sandwiches. Or is it just come as a... Is anyone been to... I doubt anyone's been to the Masters here, but... Is it sold as just a slab at the Masters? One big sandwich? No slicing? I did see that it has special green wrapping, but I don't remember what it looked like. onion dip. Yep, I know, it's out of the oven already. No, I think I'm just doing the chips in there. We'll leave the eggs on the side for the photo. Alright, can I pick up either of you? Yeah, I can pick you up. Y'all ready for this, chat? That pan's hot. You wouldn't see me jump there. What is your problem, phone? Oh no, we're going to an ad. No. No ad. Let's see if this actually works. Alright, let's give this a shot. These are some rather thin chips. Delicious. It's like a sour cream potatoes casserole dish without the potatoes. How'd I do in the deviled eggs? Good flavor to those. Not too salty. I said the last of the filling was too salty, but I hit that with more salt than the rest. So the eggs are good. Chips are amazing. That is delicious. I'm going to have to find something else to eat with this, too. I'm certain the pimento is going to be delicious. Especially since I had to make the special trip for it. I think that onion dip will even survive reheating, too. Good stuff. If you're a big fan of, like, the ranch dips and all that, that's a pretty good contender. Let's get that apple pie back up here, up close for you all to see all that once last time. So, who wants to move to Georgia now? You're telling me you don't want to live on the streets of Atlanta? Let's see here. What do we got going on this evening? What's Twitch trying to notify me of? Oh, I missed someone's stream today. My bad, I was out of the house all day. Let's see here. I think this is where we shall call things for this fine evening. I'm gonna go and enjoy all this. This is all looking delicious. I'll let you know what I think of... This is gonna be my first pimento sandwich. So I will let everyone know in the Discord what I think of this after I've consumed the whole thing and body is processing and I have my full thoughts on. Gonna be back here tomorrow night with more food. I'm gonna be doing schnitzel with spatzel and with a kiwi chutney. I got all sorts of kiwis, so we're doing all sorts of kiwi. So I obviously hope you come back and join me for that. We got the ingredient challenge vote still going in the Discord. We've got sourdough bread versus Jell-O this week. Really close vote. Sourdough slightly ahead. So if you're a big Jell-O fan, want to see me have to make dinner and dessert from it, this is your rally call. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Alex. Friday, next Friday, I have not set up anything in the schedule, but I will be streaming here my normal Friday stream next Friday. And next Sunday, we're moving to Guam. We'll be celebrating the foods of Guam next Sunday. Guam. Okay, captions got me, so. Good. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And, yeah. I'm hoping you don't have to make it a memorial, but it's great if you do. I don't know if that could be taken wrong or not. I hope you enjoy your holiday weekend. Cheers, everyone. I hope to see you back again